Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Seeker's Hour Live. I have my Friday casual look today, even though it's a Wednesday, and I hope all of you are doing well. I have been sharing the story of Jesus' early life, and we went out in the desert last time. We were talking about temptation and sin and all those hard to talk about subjects. So today, we're going to talk about a miracle, and it's very exciting because this miracle is special. This miracle is special because it's the first miracle that's documented in the Bible that Jesus performed. We have indications that other things happened along the way, like when he was in the temple and he was answering questions he couldn't possibly know as a 12-year-old. So we know those kinds of things, but this was an actual documented miracle. So this is about the wedding at Cana, and this is from John 2, 1 through 12. So let's read it. 3 days later, Mary, the mother of Jesus, was at a wedding feast in the village of Cana in Galilee. Jesus and his disciples had also been invited and were there. Can you imagine that wedding? Wow. I'd like to be a fly on the wall there. When the wine was all gone, Mary said to Jesus, "They don't have any more wine." Jesus replied, back then, that was the primary thing people drank, was wine. It's not because, oh my gosh, we're out of wine like we are now. We can just go down to the store and buy some. Back then, it was really one of the only safe things to drink, because water wasn't always the safest to drink. Neither were other things. So just keep that in mind. Jesus replied, "My mother, my time hasn't yet come. You must not tell me what to do." Mary then said to the servants, "Do whatever Jesus tells you to do." At the feast, there were 6 stone water jars that were used by the people for washing themselves in the way that their religion said they must. So these were ritual cleansing jars that had special water in them. Okay. Each jar held about 100 liters. So a liter, you know what a 2-liter bottle of soda looks like. And you know what a 1-liter bottle, it's like sort of looks like a quart of, about like that. Okay, picture that. There were 6, let's see, each jar held about 100 liters. So those are big jars, big jars. Jesus told the servants to fill them to the top with water. All right. Then after the jars had been filled, he said, "Now take some water and give it to the man in charge of the feast." The servants did as Jesus told them, and the man in charge drank some of the water that had now turned into wine. He did not know where the wine had come from, but the servants did. He called the bridegroom over and said, "The best wine is always served first. Then after the guests have had plenty, the other wine is served. But you have kept the best for last." This is great. I love this. This was Jesus' first miracle, and he did it in the village of Cana in Galilee. There Jesus showed his glory, and his disciples put their faith in him. After this, he went with his mother, his brothers, and his disciples to the town of Capernaum, where they stayed for a few days. Okay. Whew. This is a heavy-duty story, let me tell you. Lots of stuff going on here. So, first of all, we took ritual cleansing jars and put water in them. Generally, we don't drink out of the vessels that we clean ourselves with the water in, you know? Do you? I don't. I usually use the bathtub or the shower, but I don't drink the water out of the shower or the bathtub. So this was weird to begin with. And then take some water and give it to the man in charge of the feast. So he wanted this miracle to be known among the right people, because the guy that was in charge of the feast had served probably good wine, but this was the best. So Jesus not only turned the water into wine, he turned it into the best wine, which I don't need to tell you is a metaphor for exactly what you're thinking, which is that Jesus always saves the best for us, right? Jesus always does the best thing for us. So they had plenty to go around, more than they needed, I'm sure. And it says there Jesus showed his glory and his disciples put their faith in him. So this was kind of like the time and the place when Jesus was like, let me show you what I can do. And Jesus does this miracle and the disciples are like, I am in 100%. This guy is the real deal. It's pretty cool. So for you today, I got out my very fancy crystal glasses and they have a gold rim on them. I hardly ever use them, but I'm going to use them for you today. So here we have a lovely, clean, beautiful thing of water. I got this out of my filtered water thing, so this is good. Oh, hear that? Oh, that's why you know it's crystal. And then I have this water also, and this is also from the thing, but we're gonna add some food coloring to it. Look at that. Ooh, isn't that pretty? Watching the color go into the water. Look at that. I'll swirl it around a little bit and mix it up. Looks a little bit, whoops, I got a little bit on myself there. Looks a little bit like wine, doesn't it? So there, I turned water into wine. No, I did not. I turned water into water with food coloring in it. Because Jesus is the only one that can perform miracles like that. Okay? But isn't that pretty in the glass? But that's how easy it was for Jesus. Here it is for you, the very best wine ever. I think it's really great. So, have you ever been to a wedding? Have you ever been to a big feast or something really fancy where they bring out their best stuff for you, like the white tablecloths, and you have to get dressed up in your fancy clothes, and then they serve this wonderful meal with the best crystal and china and silverware. And doesn't that help you to sort of feel like you want to use your very best manners? You want to be dressed up in a nice way? Now, what happened if they got halfway through the tables and all of a sudden they said, sorry, we're out of food. You can't have any. But those people got it. So this would have been a dire situation at this wedding if they ran out of wine. Okay, bad planning on the wedding planner's part, right? But they fixed it. Jesus happened to be there. I wonder if that was a coincidence. I don't think it was. So remember in the story where it says, when the wine was all gone, Mary said to Jesus, they don't have any more wine. And he's like, Mother, my time hasn't yet come. Can't you just picture, like, Mom, what are you doing? Are you spreading the word about me? I'm not quite ready yet, okay? You must not tell me what to do. How many teenagers have you ever heard saying that to you? Like, you can't tell me. You're not the boss of me, right? Have you ever said that? Have you said that to somebody? Like when you were young, or if you're a young person, have you said that to somebody? You're not the boss of me. You can't tell me what to do. Well, Jesus was saying that to his mom. Don't tell me what to do right now. This is my thing. I'm going to work it out. So, but Mary was determined in this situation because she knew it was a bad, difficult situation. So she said to the servants, and this puts Jesus in that situation where it's like, okay, I gotta deal with this. Do whatever Jesus tells you to do. You know, we could take, those are very wise words. I think I might just put that over, you know, my desk at work and say, do what Jesus tells you to do. Because I think those are wise words. All right. So what do you think that miracle had? What kind of an effect did that have on Mary and Jesus and the disciples? You know, here we are. All of a sudden, secret's out. Jesus can do these things. What do you suppose happened then? We're going to find out. It's pretty exciting. So I think Mary sort of stepped out of the spotlight at that point. I think she sort of went, okay, Jesus is on his way. The disciples stepped into her place, and off they went, and they started telling all the people about God and that Jesus had been sent by God. I think this was a great thing. And I wonder, maybe she had more time to focus on the other members of her family for a little while. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. So do you think that this miracle might have had some special meaning for us today? Absolutely. As I said before, I think it has everything to do with today. Jesus always saves the best for us. We are the guests at that wedding. We are not going to be left out, and Jesus is going to give us the very best, the cream of the crop. So always know that Jesus has got you, is looking out for you and has got your back, okay? So I hope you're doing well today. 4th of July weekend is coming up. Friday is a holiday, so we are going to not do Facebook Live on Friday, but I will be back on Monday, and we're going to talk about about the paralyzed man. And really, this is a great story about friendship and about Jesus and his ability to heal. I have some great insights about this story, so I can't wait to tell that to you. I hope that y'all will have a safe 4th of July. I hope you're all wearing your masks and doing the right things to help keep people safe so that we can all get back together sooner than later, okay? So I want you to think about this. Let's think about this as we leave today. Nothing is too ordinary for us to bring to God in prayer. Remember, Jesus saves the best for us. But all the little things matter to God. All the little things matter in our lives to God. So it's never a small thing, too small of a thing to bring to God in prayer. So just remember, you could, if you wanted to, make some little shapes, jar shapes out of paper or clay. You could even do that. And then write on there your prayer requests to God. And I'll bet you God will turn them into something amazing. All right. Well, I hope y'all got fun plans, or if not fun plans, that y'all stay safe and healthy. And I will see you on Monday when we talk about the paralyzed man. Take care, everybody. Have a great weekend.